everyone, my name is Linh. Today I'm happy to tell you a short conversation between the man and the woman. Number 1. The man said to the woman he had been working really hard that month and he suggested talking 3 days of the week after. The woman disagreed with him because they wouldn't be finished with the project by then. The man thought he would have to wait until the month after for his time off. Number 2. The woman wanted to know if the man had seen that ad in the newspaper. Briefcase was on sale that week. The man agreed with her and he said she could call another one by phone. The woman agreed with him. However, she thought she could fax her order. It was usually faster that way. Number 3. The man complained to the woman he couldn't get that thing to work. The copies came out too late. The woman agreed with him because it were always breaking down. The man suggested calling someone to come visit that morning because he really needed to get the copy made. Number 4. The woman said to the man they really should talk that over in person. He asked her if they could get together sometime that week. The man replied to her, actually he would be away on a business trip for the rest of that week. The woman suggested meeting him the Monday after in his office at 10. Number 5. The woman asked the man if he had remembered to read that article she had sent him. The man was sorry her about that he had been so busy. However, he would do it that day. The woman replied to him, he really should read it soon because it discusses some important information. Number 6. The woman asked the man if he free for dinner that night. It was time to celebrate. The man replied to her she had gotten a promotion. The woman agreed with him. She said the big day she had been waiting for was there. She was an assistant director of the foreign marketing department. Number 7. The man wanted to know if the woman would take the package to the post office for him. The woman agreed with him. She said she would do it later when she would go out for lunch. The man suggested talking it right away because it was very important. Number 8. The woman said to the man they had some excellent seafood that night. The man agreed with her. He said the fries were reasonable. The woman replied to her, all our dishes were made to order and served with farm fresh vegetable. Number 9. The man introduced his office and offered to help the woman. The woman thought she had the wrong number. He had wanted to speak with Mr. Moore. The man replied to her, Mr. Moore worked in the accounting department, but he was at the conference that week, and the man suggested transferring she to meet the Moore assistant desk. Number 10. The woman wanted to know if she could get a full refund of that dress. She had never worn it. The man agreed with her. He asked her why she was returning it. and if it was demoted in any way. The woman disagreed with him because it was in good condition, it just didn't fit. Number 11. The woman wanted to know the check would be ready soon. She'd like to put some in the bank that day. The man agreed with him. He said he would have sent for her before she left the office that afternoon. The woman agreed with him. However, she suggested it didn't be too late because the bank closed at 5:30. Number 12. The woman wanted to know if Miss Lee available that morning. She had some paper for Miss Lee's design. The man replied to her, Miss Lee was in a meeting then, but she should be finished soon. The woman agreed with him. She would come back in a little while. Number 13. The man wanted to know if the woman could take his phone call for him that afternoon. He was leaving the office after lunch. The woman was surprised by that. She asked him if he feeling well. The man replied to her he was just meeting the writer at the airport at 2:30. Number 14. The woman wanted to know if the man ordered his computer last Tuesday. The man agreed with her. He said he should have it by Friday. The woman replied to him they had shipped it on Tuesday and he should get it that day on the day after. Number 15. The man said to the woman he was ready for a break. He suggested getting some coffee in the lunch. The woman disagreed with him because it was just a nice day out, and she was tired of sitting indoors. The man suggested going then. There was a nice sidewalk coffee close to them. Thanks for your listening. Goodbye.